China, engagement is taken very seriously. Globally, if marriage scores a 10, engagement might only be 3 or 4. But in China, it can reach 7 to 9, and in some regions, it's almost the same as marriage. In this video, we follow groom to be and experience a Chinese engagement ceremony through his eyes. Now let's step into a day in the life of a Chinese groom to be. His name is Lucas. He's 33 years old and comes from Ningde, Fujian. He worked as a warehouse manager, and today is one of the most important days in his life, his engagement day. According to the local tradition, the engagement ceremony has to take place at the bride's family home. So yesterday morning, his whole family drove 750 miles from Fujian all the way to Henan and stayed in the city where his fiancée lives, just to follow the tradition and complete the engagement today. At the hotel where Lucas is staying, the staff have already put up the traditional red double happiness characters for good luck. And in the car they will be using today needs to have the same symbol on it, a sign of joy and blessing in Chinese culture. In many parts of China, an engagement isn't a small event. It's considered a very formal and meaningful ceremony, sometimes even seen as just as important as the wedding itself. Lucas is now heading to a local farmer's market to buy engagement gifts. In big cities in China, food regulations are strict, and you rarely see live animals. But in smaller towns, especially rural areas, slaughtering live animals is still a very common and everyday practice. Different regions have different traditions. Engagement gifts have to follow the local customs, both in type and quantity. Usually, they include meat and poultry, like a set number of items and a whole hind leg of pork. For the bride's family, these gifts are considered the simplest and most respectful way to make a good first impression. In China, engagement traditions vary by region. Some are simple, some quite elaborate. But the core of the ceremony is the same. The groom brings gifts to visit the bride and her family. Lucas and his group stopped by the roadside near the bride's home to wait for the friends who hadn't arrived yet and to get organized. Once everything was ready, they officially set out for the bride's house. The bride Elsa is wearing red. She's a professional beautician, and we have a video on our channel showing a day in her life. Besides some food gifts, they also prepared a lot of other presents, showing how seriously the groom's family takes this marriage. But these are just basics. The most important part is the money. Before the official engagement, the couple had already agreed on the bride price. On the engagement day, the groom gave this money to the bride's family. For Elsa's family, it's $25,000. By comparison, the average bride price in China is around $20,000, and in some regions, it can go up to $50,000. On top of that, the groom will give 5 pieces of gold jewelry, a ring, necklace, earrings, bracelet, and a pendant. The weight depends on the groom's family wealth. Elsa's family received 2 ounces of gold. Today in China, 2 major obstacles affect marriage rates: high housing costs and hefty bride prices, both really borne by the groom. In rural areas, bride prices are most always required, while in some modern urban families, they are gradually being phased out. After both families chatted for a while and warmed up to each other, the engagement ceremony officially began. In China, there isn't a fixed rule for who should host the ceremony. It could be the parent, relatives, friend, or sometimes even the couple themselves. This time, the ceremony is hosted by Elsa's uncle. Now, let's take a look what a Chinese engagement ceremony is really like.
咱们就开始啊！好，尊敬的各位长辈、各位亲朋好友，大家上午好。好。今天我们怀着无比喜悦的心情，相聚在这充满爱与祝福的殿堂，共同见证小兴和小学的订婚盛典。首先，向百忙之中抽空前来的各位来宾，大家的到来会使特殊的日子更加的 温馨和圆满。谢谢。
好。
按照中国的传统习俗，我们现在是要有请2位准新人签订这个订婚书。来有请2位，热烈的掌声，有请2位。
As early as 11th century BC, people in China were already using written marriage contracts to formalize an engagement, and those contracts even carried legal force at the time. And today, engagements are no longer legally binding, but the ceremony remains a meaningful tradition. It still represents respect between families and a commitment to the future. With both families watching, the couple signs their names on the engagement contract and presses a red fingerprint onto it. This is the most solemn moment of the entire ceremony, the moment when two people and two families officially bind themselves together.
在这么重要的订婚日子里，刘晓星的爸爸、大叔叔还有哥哥不远千里的来到我们大河南，来到我们遂平县，还有我们的这些小好朋友们哈，都非常支持。感谢叔叔把刘晓星养这么大，还就把他定给我了，谢谢叔叔。然后大家就是我们的见证人，今天订婚了以后，我们俩就尽量往好了过，让大家也确实不负咱们的重心，然后那么远来参加我们的订婚宴，你们百忙之中再次感谢你们。
我们要请2位准新人站好，向双方的父母长辈鞠个躬，表示对他们的养育之恩。
谢谢妈妈、叔叔。妈妈开心吗？妈妈。
那接下来我们就去吃个喜酒啊。
At this moment, both families and friends get into cars and drive from the countryside to the country town for a celebratory meal. In China, hosting a banquet isn't just about eating, it's a deeply symbolic act, reserved for truly important moments in life. Only on occasions like family milestones or major life events do people set up a feast and invite loved ones to witness it. In China, engagements and weddings are quite similar. Both involve a ceremony followed by a banquet. The main difference is that weddings usually have a host to manage the ceremony and the seating, while engagements are handled entirely by the couples themselves. The boxes on the table are engagement favors, prepared in advance by the bride. Each guest receives one. In traditional Chinese culture, this symbolizes sharing the couple's good luck with their friends and family. Engagements are considered a family affair, with only the closest relatives and friends invited, usually around 50 people. Weddings, on the other hand, are open to everyone, with a guest list from 100 to 300 people. The banquet today features northern Chinese cuisine, known for being oilier, saltier, and much heavier in flavor. The groom's family, however, is from the south, where food is lighter, softer, and more focused on delicate layers of taste. So for them, this meal is also a clear taste of the north-south food differences in China. Around the halfway point of the banquet, the couple begins the toasting part of the ceremony. There's a certain order to it. They start with a group toast, raising their glasses to thank all the families and friends who came. The first group toast marks the official start of the entire toasting process. From here, the couple goes around the room, following a very traditional rule. Respect comes first, from the oldest to the youngest. They always begin with the eldest family members on the bride's side, then move down the family line. This order reflects a classic part of Chinese etiquette. Toasting isn't just about drinking, it's a form of respect. When you toast someone older or of higher status, your glass must be held lower than theirs to show humility. In most modern urban engagements and weddings, people still keep the toasting ritual, but many drink water or clear beverages instead of alcohol. However, Lucas is actually drinking real Chinese baijiu, and baijiu is about 20% stronger than whiskey or vodka. As the banquet comes to an end, the restaurant staff start handing out takeout bags, and guests pick up any leftover food to take home. In China, wasting food is considered shameful, and saving it is seen as a social value. From small eateries to five-star hotels, packing leftovers is completely normal. Lucas and his fiancée see off their guests at the hotel entrance, reminding everyone to drive safely. With that, Lucas' engagement day comes to a close. They return to the hotel lobby to settle the bill for the banquet and their stay. Having had a bit too much to drink, Lucas is a little dizzy, so Elsa helps him back to their room. From today on, the two families are officially connected, and the couple begins planning their wedding. Usually, the time between engagement and marriage is anywhere from a few months to a year. Lucas is already asleep, while Elsa has picked up her phone to start organizing their wedding plans. And that's a day in the life of a Chinese groom-to-be.